Hello, thanks for joining me. My name is Chris Ellison and I'm the marketing manager here at Western Motor Group in Wigan. And I'm here today to talk about this fantastic new Mercedes GLA AMG-Line 220D that we've just had on loan for a week from Mercedes in advance of us getting our own stock very, very soon. So without further ado, let me show you around the brand new features that are in this incredible new car. It's pretty clear that Mercedes have gone to a lot of trouble with this new design of the GLA. Despite being the smallest SUV in the Mercedes range, this is far from an entry-level car. It's got all the bells and whistles that you'd expect from the big boys. The stuff that you're going to show off to your friends, some of the quality of life options, and a few extra bells and whistles that are still very, very new, even for a premium German car. But exterior-wise, the one that you're probably going to use the most, the automatic boot. So obviously this opens and closes just on the remote key. There's also a button inside the driver's door which will do the same thing. Another click and all again. Nice. One that's a great feature you're probably going to show off, but probably not going to use every day, is holding down the unlock button opens all the windows on the car. Again, your friends will be impressed by it, you probably won't use it in practice. Another click on the lock button, hold it down, and they'll wind up as far as they'll go. The boot itself, as you can see, is fairly generously sized. Easily get a child's buggy in there, your weekly shop, or anything else you'd expect to fit in a car of this size. As a little extra convenience option, there's a 12-volt cigarette-style lighter socket just tucked away just in the corner here, in case you want to put anything in the boot on charge. Travel fridge or your laptop out of vision, whatever you like. Over your head there's an additional button which again can either lock the boot open, or you can switch it to the auto close instead of using your key fob. As you can see, the AMG-Line version of the GLA has got a few extra little sporty accents, little bits of body kit, bits of chrome, just to give it that extra little bit of oomph, that extra bit of visual impact, as if being a big Mercedes four-wheel drive wasn't enough. This particular version of the GLA has a 2-litre 187 brake horsepower diesel engine. It can achieve 49.6 miles per gallon officially and achieve 0 to 60 in 7.3 seconds, so it's no slouch. It has an 8-speed semi-automatic gearbox and selectable driving modes. The interior of the new GLA is part evolution, part revolution. As you can see, the design is a clear upgrade from the outgoing model. There are hints of the current version of the A-Class, but the GLA is a big all of its own. As you'd expect from a Mercedes, the interior is all reassuring and premium. You have nice push fabrics here, part leather, glossy black plastics, chrome accents to everything, and even carbon fibre bits and pieces here. There are far too many nice little design features to mention. Right here, for instance, the button opens up the centre console. Within there are 2 USB sockets there, and just behind here, for the vehicle in the back, there are an additional 2. Slide back the glossy black plastic cover here, and there's 2 cup holders. There's a USB socket. There's also a wireless charging pad for your phone as well. The driving seat is a comfortable place to sit. It grips in just the right places. It's not overly soft or overly firm, and there are plenty of ways to adjust it just to suit your driving style. But while we're talking about seating, let's go and have a look in the back. Okay, so you're not going to get any complaints from your backseat passengers. I'm 5'5", so legroom and headroom aren't going to be a problem for me whatever car I'm in. As you can see, there's plenty of room above me here. I've got loads of room for my legs, and again the seats are comfortable. There's blacked out windows. There are 2 air vents for the air conditioning system and 2 USB sockets to charge my devices as well. The central armrest pulls down And hidden in there are a couple of handy little cup holders just to prevent spillages en route. It's apparent that Mercedes have gone to an awful lot of effort when it comes to designing the interior of the new GLA, and nowhere is this more apparent than sat right here in the driver's seat. You have this huge display right in front of you, essentially two tablets bolted together, but unlike the previous GLA, this doesn't look like it's bolted on as an afterthought. It's integrated nicely into the dash. Underneath it you have these turbine style air vents which look like they've been lifted straight off the E-Class. You have all your climate control and air conditioning controls there, and here at your fingertips there's a touchpad similar to what you might have on your laptop, which you can use to control the screens in front of you. It has a nice click, and it also has a bit of haptic feedback as well, just so you can be absolutely certain that you've touched exactly what you need it to. If you don't want to take your hands off the steering wheel, that's perfectly fine. You have two little black buttons here at your thumbs, which, as well as being switches in their own right, act as mini touchpads, and you can control the left screen with the left button and the right screen with the right button as well. The satellite navigation system that comes with the GLA is truly one of the best ones I've ever used. You get your usual map, and you can switch between 2D and 3D views, which is fairly common these days. But what isn't common is the way it uses a camera to give you a similar view to what you're seeing out of the windscreen, and then uses augmented reality to overlay map information onto that view. It's like driving a video game, and the sat-nav system switches between various different views depending on where you are and where you need to be at the time. It's a really impressive system. It's pretty unusual these days to find any modern car without parking sensors of some description. The GLA is no exception. You've got all-round parking sensors just to make slotting into those spaces that little bit easier. You've also got a reverse camera, but again, that's not especially unusual these days, especially for a luxury car such as this. What's really impressive about the GLA is that it doesn't just help you park, it'll park for you. Let me show you how it works. You've got a button here at your fingertips which you can press to tell the GLA that you're hunting for a parking space, and then as you're driving along reasonably slowly, it'll start scanning left and right looking for a parking space that's big enough for you to sit in. When you've arrived at a parking space you like the look of, simply tap the little P on the screen in front of you, and the GLA will ask you to put the car in reverse. And this is where the magic happens. Select reverse, take your hands off the steering wheel, hover your foot over the brake because it tells you to, and will let the car park itself for you, completely unaided. It'll whiz straight backwards into the space, even shuffle backwards and forwards just to put you right in the middle of it. It's a little bit scary to begin with, but it's absolutely amazing, and I guarantee you're going to be demonstrating this one to your friends. There's no denying that the interior of the GLA is one of the best in its class. However, you've not had the full experience until you drive it at night. When the sun goes down, the lights come on, and the inside of the GLA is a spectacular place to sit. I'm a huge fan of ambient lighting, and the inside of the GLA is something truly special. You can use any number of the lighting presets or create your own to suit your mood. So in closing, the new GLA improves on the outgoing model in every single way. It's a fantastic car, and I thoroughly recommend it to absolutely anybody. It's large, it's quick, it's efficient, it's packed full of technology, and it's one that you'll be proud to have on either your drive at home or on the company car park. Don't forget, at Westwood we have an unrivaled selection of vehicles and the lowest prices you'll find anywhere, while we save living costs and improve your image with Westwood Motor Group in Wigan. Don't forget to like, subscribe or follow on all our social media channels to get the latest updates on Westwood Motor Group. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.